Ik zit binnen bij AFAS Live met een fucking rockstar.
Rock and roll, man. How you doing?
I'm good, but how are you doing? Because
I'm excited. I'm jet lagged as fuck, but I'm excited.
But isn't that your life nowadays? Because I've seen your Another Day, Another Plane videos.
Yeah, man, that's the vibe. It's literally just like sleep when you get it, kind of. I think what I like is I'm on bat. I call it bat time. So I went to bed at like 6 a.m. And I got up at like 12 today. So I like it because I get to see the night. I like the night time.
Are you a night owl?
I'm a night owl, yeah.
How does that work when you're making new music?
Amazingly, to be honest, because there's no fucker around. So I can like walk around and get inspired on the streets and no one's around, so I like it, you know what I mean? The coolest thing is about being a night owl, I get to kind of take in all the good vibes from the show. Like, so if I get off stage at midnight, I get 4 hours of like good vibes before I fall asleep, because I couldn't fall asleep at 1 or 2 because you're still wired. You know what I mean?
But I think that's your life at everyday normal life as well, because you are so energetic. How do you feel when you're down or sitting down? When you're a day at home, at least.
I feel like shit.
Really?
I hate downtime. I really do. I think like I'm really lucky because I love what I do. So I'm addicted to it. So kind of like if I trip out, if I waste the day.
But who says, Dom, you need to sit down? Is there anyone who says that to you?
Yeah, my mum.
And what do you say to your mum?
I can't, mum. And then I think some people want me to slow down because we're doing a lot, but I'm just loving it.
But for you, this is the life. But for a lot of other artists, it isn't the life you're living, because Lola Young collapsed on stage this week. That was a very sad moment. How do you continue this? Because this is a big tour and you're just going.
Yeah, I think it was so upsetting to see Lola. What happened with her, and I honestly I wish her all the best in healing and taking time. I mean, it happens to all of us, really. I think before this album, like, people forget how much. For example, if you take an artist like her, she's so talented vocally, incredible songs, but also things happen really quick, and she's, you know what I mean, she's young, and people need to remember sometimes that been subject to opinion all the time and been subject to, I don't know, conversation. Like, when you're an artist, you are not the painting on the wall. Like, if you look at a painting on the wall, you're like, that's not my favorite thing. When you're an artist, you take, I don't like that person, I think they're great, I don't like them, I think they're great. And that's a lot to take on when you are kind of young, you know. So what I say is, I think for me more than ever, I try and really center myself and not look at the internet too much. And I think regarding things with Lola, all I can do is wish her the most beautiful recovery. And I'm telling you, this is not the end of Lola Young. She's too special for that. You know what I mean? She's going to come back. She's going to come back when she's ready and when she's healed, and she's going to come back with something great. I just know that.
But even for you, you just came back from an American tour, you came back from the Ozzy gig, and I think YUNGBLUD has exploded even more this year, right?
Yeah, it's been wild. I genuinely think people were ready to find it. I think we're ready to find something like what we do, or something like me, and they did, and it's been beautiful to kind of see such a positive reaction. At times I'm a bit like, when's it all going to go to shit? You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, this is going really well. People really like us. What's the catch? You know?
But I think this is the way you worked up to this moment, because we talked about this record, Idols, about 4 years ago. Yeah. You said, okay, I'm releasing an album. We are doing a next one, but I can't talk about it because it's not ready yet. It's a concept. And that's Idols now. This has been in the making for 4 years.
It's been in the making for 4 years. And this really fundamental element of truth that we really want to go for with it has been so beautiful to see how it's been received by the world. And it's almost, again, like, it has been a real lesson to me that when I don't compromise and when I don't listen to too much opinion and I put out something pure, even if it's a risk, people would rather have that. And it's been a massive lesson. So I think kind of, it's my 4th album, but Idols is really such a massive starting point
But how did this work? Because you had to do something else in between until we had this record. How was the timeline in your head? Because it's crazy that it's been released this year.
Yeah, I think the thing about it is that I wanted to release Idols, and other people wanted me to release something different. So I don't know. It was a lesson. I think YUNGBLUD came out, and it was the third album, and there were good songs on it, but it wasn't necessarily where I artistically wanted to go, and Idols was. And I think that's why Idols has been received so well.
What can we expect from Idols 2? Because I heard this is a double album.
Yeah, it is a double album. But what's amazing is we've got Aerosmith, the Aerosmith EP coming out on the 21st of November, another project, and then Idols 2.
Another project?
Yeah, I'm on.
It's not done yet, I guess.
No, it is. It is. Honestly, amongst all this whirlwind, I've been more inspired than I could ever. Like, I can't believe it. Like, amongst the mental schedule, I've also been in the studio. I've just been writing on the bus. I'm just so inspired. I feel like, again, I feel like Idols was on my terms, and people love it on my terms. I love rock music. Idols is a rock album. So now I've almost kind of been, I don't know, the world, and it's almost like we don't have to twist rock anymore. So I'm just inspired. It's not like, oh, how can you twist it? How can you make it digestible for streaming and for the radio? It's kind of like, now it's like, fuck it. Everyone wants guitars, everyone wants drums, and that's what I do.
But has it been a way? Because some people say rock music died a few years ago, but has it ever been gone?
I think it got really serious. And boring. I think it got really like leather jacket, guacamole rock. You know what I mean? Where it got like really serious, and there was no fun in it, and there was no rebellion in it, and there was no roll in it. It was always just rock. And I think rock and roll is the best thing, whereas there's got a bit of banter and wit and cheek and naughtiness and attitude is the roll. And I think it's just coming back, you know. It's exciting. Like, the cool thing about rock music at the minute is it's spherical. Like, I keep saying this, but I think it's true that, like, in hardcore you have Turnstile and Knock Loose. In punk you've got Amon and the Sniffers and Lambrini Girls. In indie you've got Fontaine's DC. And, like, kind of what I'm trying to do is, like, smack bang in the middle, classic rock. And it's cool to see a new scene forming. Even if we don't make the same music as each other, it's cool to kind of feel like you're a part of a gang a bit. Do it like with the same goal, you know.
But you're in the middle of this. You're in the middle of a new scene with a lot of new music, but you're also in the classic rock scene with Aerosmith. I've seen you with Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
I love that. I mean, I think I kind of manifested it. I wrote an album called Idols, and now I'm making music with my heroes. I think that's insane.
But is there ever a moment when you're working with Steven Tyler or Aerosmith when you think, okay, am I doing this?
Yeah, I mean, all of it. I think since the Ozzy gig, like, I've been thinking, what simulation am I in? You know, I think being backstage, back to the beginning with James Hetfield and Chad Smith and Steven Tyler and Ozzy and Geezer and Bill Ward and Tony Iommi, it's like, what is going on, you know? I think it's insane.
And they are all respecting you because you're bringing the vibe of the 70s and 80s back, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. I think what was insane was, I think it was that was such an important moment because it was where 7 generations of rock musicians came together. And I think we all realized, like, wow, like, when we all are unified, our genre is one of the most powerful in the world. You know, I think even at the VMAs, we insisted that we play everything live, because you know what award shows are like, you know, and it was the most viewed set of the night because I think it was raw and it was real and it was live and it was rock and roll.
And that's why fans are waiting for 2 days to see you tonight.
Wild. Honestly, I love it here. I love you guys. I love you Dutchies. You're legends.
But it's hard sometimes as well, I guess, to get all the reactions from your fans. Because in the Netherlands, some girl said to you, okay, you saved my life. And you said, you saved your own life. Yeah. But when you get so many people saying that to you, that must be mental to get, I think.
I think it is, but it's also beautiful that we have something in common. You know, we have this thing in common. I think I always try and say that this community is is a common belief. That's why I always say, like, if someone says I saved their life, I was like, I didn't. You did that on your own. You figured that out on yourself. Maybe my music was a little bit of hope, or something that gave you a doorway to the answer. But I didn't literally do it. You had to do that. You had to get out of bed in the morning. You had to dust yourself down, and you had to figure it out, and you had to be here. You know, I think everything we do is a choice, and you have to make that. You know, so I think I can't take the credit for that. But I love being a part of something. I think I feel very lucky to be a part of something.
Was there someone for you who said this when you were young?
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne.
And now you had the chance to sit for him for the last time this year.
Yeah. I mean,
so in a way, the music and the messages from Ozzy are there forever. But
yeah, I think Ozzy was always my North Star, and I love him, still love him, and I miss him. I still don't think I'm ready for a world without Ozzy in it. It's wild.
Are you playing Changes tonight as well?
100%. I vowed I would do it forever.
What does that song mean to you?
I mean, he really gave me a gift with that. I think I've loved it forever, you know. Obviously, it's such an iconic song, but to almost be a part of its history now is a debt that I owe forever, and I will repay.
And now you are a part of history for a lot of new bands, artists, and fans as well.
Yeah, that's insane to even say that.
Where do you see yourself in like 20 or 30 years? Can you continue this on this level, on this crazy tour schedule?
I'm going to try my best. The dream has always been stadium rock music. So hopefully Ziggo next, and then Ajax, I think, would be the dream.
It's next door, so
I agree.
So stadium rock, is that one of the next projects you're working on?
I think so. I would love to. It would be the biggest dream ever to play rock music in stadiums.
We will talk about this in about 4 years when you got loads of new music again.
Touch wood, man.
Dom, good to see you again, man.
My brother.
Good to see you.
Man. You're a fucking legend, man. Right,
cheers.
3FM.